Yeah. Show that to the camera. Is the camera on?
Oh, I have it down here. I just haven't plugged it in.
People on TV, they can't see us.
Yeah, I haven't plugged it in yet. I said I'm about to plug it in. I'm plugged in.
So my dad's
Okay, now it's live.
All right, people, if you are online, just Mesa?
Just me, sorry.
2 participants. Well, thank you for coming early, Mesa. Who else is on there? Us? Look at, if you come in person, you can just find there it is. Should come and get that. Come on in, Shannon. Oh my God, I can't see it. These goggles
I
are
know,
pushing
me
so
too.
tight on my glasses. I did it.
Oh shoot. Sorry, I was just trying to get it out of the middle of the screen so I could see. There we go.
What do you mean? You don't have any? What these?
Here, do you want to wear these on your hands?
We're celebrating, getting ready for Rosie's.
Oh, for Rosie's? I'm gonna watch from afar and enjoy you too wearing this.
I don't
And I am sending it to you, but I was sitting on my couch last night with my refurbished
Okay, but we are in for tomorrow.
Yeah, listen to this. Refurbished computer, 1 hour in, black screen again. And I
Refurbished?
just paid him $200 to fix it.
Who'd you pay?
The computer wonderful guy. I don't know. His
Uh,
name is Dino.
Do you need
so-
to get, do you need to get a new one?
Well, so Andy Harwood was helping me look at refurbished apples. I'm just gonna go with Apple because this is my second one that's died. And I'm like, and
Yeah.
I'm really only doing at work, like market center stuff anyway. So I'm like, Apple will be fine, but it's a little bit smaller.
Yeah. Yeah. Right, no, I just wanted to make sure we were on.
Yeah, we should have introduced them.
I know. Yes, yes, slide. I tried. They were just too tight. I'm gonna ask.
I don't.
Any of these people have techie sometimes.
This one is the one that we have plugged in, so we'll just turn it around when it's up to you. But yeah, it's pretty clear, I would say. I can do the mirroring thing too if we need to. I remember that's been a thing in the past. Yep. And the like entirety of the board. Yeah, I might just move it back and unplug it then. So whatever I need to do, I can manage it when it's happening.
I don't have any financial background on that.
Oh, thank you. Isaac, I'm trying to get a picture of you. Is it okay if I just use this one? Well, because we have our January agents up, but since you're here, I want to make sure that people get to meet you too. You can tell your girlfriend that she was a special guest in our meeting today. She'll probably be like, what photo? I can't see half of what I'm doing, so we're just hoping. All right. Hi, Robbie.
No, I'm sorry. These are gloves. Oh, wrong side. I have to come to that side.
It's 9:33. Let me turn the music off. And then are you recording?
You don't think so?
Adam Levine. I think so.
I don't think they want to get that, so that's fine. They'll skip you. I was nice that time. I didn't go as loud. Look, we're gonna keep these from now on.
The whistles.
So if you can't tell, we're a little excited.
Wait, you should hop in front of the camera so
Oh,
people on Zoom
really?
can see you.
Okay, really? If you can't tell, we're a little excited. Who knows what March 16th is? Not just the day before No, that's the 17th. Rosie's. Woo-woo. We are so excited, guys. This is like a 3-month prep. So much going into it to celebrate you guys. We can't wait. We also have an Irishman who is going to be helping support this. So this little, yep, the little fella right here. Guys, if you don't have it on your calendar yet, put it there. Just put it at 4 o'clock. It'll be a little bit after, but you're gonna need to prep yourself, get ready, get your green, get all the green you can. But March 16th, the Rosie Awards for you guys. Be there or be square. That's pretty much all I can say on that one.
Be there or be
Yeah.
square. Oh, no.
What do we got for gratitudes? Let's share some gratitude. We got a whole house full. We got a lot of people online. Let's. Oh, that was Alec. At first I thought he had the goggles on too, and I was like, what? What do we got? Ooh, Chad.
I haven't seen this guy in a while.
It's not been on purpose, I promise.
The Iron Man, I'm so happy to see Steve.
Woo!
Yeah, man, you look good.
I saw him running. He got here. He ran here. Right back at it. We're so happy to have you guys.
Thank you very much. I don't know if this is a gratitude or just a welcome. Everybody say hi to Isaac Nelson, who's on hand here. Isaac, I think, is our most recent, and he's still trying on his application form. I think he's the most recent agent. Say hi to Isaac.
Got my own specific slides here, so.
Yep.
I'm not trying to take all the attention.
He's gonna do it twice.
Yeah.
How about online? Who do we got? What do we got, guys? Come on, there's a ton of you. Shane, what are you grateful for? Sound on there. I saw your face.
Oh, shoot.
Oh,
Me and my clicking.
come
I'm
on,
thankful-
John Onaman. What do you guys?
There's
Somebody-
Shane.
I'm thankful for everyone.
Wait, you know what? That might have been our volume. That might be our fault. We might have had it down, so hold on. Oh, yeah, we did. Just kidding. Hold on. Okay. Need another one.
Can you not hear me?
And now it was our fault. It was on our end. Just kidding. Sorry.
Oh, I'm thankful for everyone, but I'm thankful for Lynn for always answering my phone calls, and she answers a lot of my phone calls.
Lynn answers a lot of phone calls, so I agree.
Thank you, Shane.
How about you, Lynn? What are you thankful for?
Be a little nicer weather out. I am so flipping sick of showing houses in
I'm sure that's a big one. I think a lot of people agree. Oh, Sherilyn.
I'm extremely thankful to the leadership for the wonderful breakfast you guys hosted for the new ALC team. And I thought it was pretty cute. And Kari, you look glamorous.
Love me green.
Another person I want to thank is Shane Montoya for delighting us with all his Hollywood looks. That hair, Shane, I want to mimic that hairstyle.
And actually, I would have to second on that one. Shane sent the leadership team an amazing video of himself, just thanking us and just talking to us. It was amazing. So thank you, Shane. It was so great. I loved it. It was awesome. It was just kind of a personal little video. It was really cool. So thank you, thank you.
I want to thank Todd and also Lon Bowles, who's here. Some of you may or may not know Lon Bowles. He's up in the Coon Rapids KW, but he's an investor in the market center, and we have great leadership, investors in this market center. And so I just want to thank you guys for helping make all this happen every day.
All right, anyone else before we move on?
I just want to say I'm thankful for Chad, because whenever I send Chad an email, he's just like Johnny on the spot, right back at it. I appreciate that. So thanks, Chad.
I'm sure I'm not the only one, but how many people are thankful for new plumbing? Dad, a couple of you from the St. Paul office, these poor
Can you
people.
put some context?
Yeah, I'm like, wait, what's that?
They've had no bathrooms for the last month.
Were any of them even working there?
And they had to go. Well, Adam Taffel told me that the local gas station and restaurants were like, no more.
Adam Winter too.
We were wondering if we're gonna have a porta potty.
It was getting close. It was getting close.
It's all done now.
It is.
$6,000 that toilet.
Seriously, correct. Yes, we do.
There was one more in the chat. Bernie says she's driving, but grateful for the blessing bags that were made up.
Yes.
So yeah, if you guys have blessing bags too, they are either in your office or at the front desk. So
So check with Linda or Hannah if you haven't gotten them, and they will get them for you today. So yeah, I gave my first one out last night. It was awesome. They're fun. Actually, Lauren gave one out the other night. She had to stop traffic because she couldn't get to the guy. So she literally parked, jumped out, crossed the busy street, gave it to the guy, and then ran back. Thank goodness nobody hopped in and took off.
yeah.
All right.
Oh, real quick, I don't know if Shelby is on. I'm looking through the list of people right now to see. All right, doesn't look like she is. Well, I just wanted to give a big welcome to Shelby Goldsgetz. She joined us this last month and joined the Odd Couple team as well. So congratulations and welcome to Shelby.
Thanks, talking.
You're on mute.
You're on
Oh,
mute.
hold on. You're on mute, Shane. This time it's your fault, not hearing you. Nope, still on mute.
She might be talking
Still
to
on
someone
mute.
else. Oh.
There we go.
So Shelby didn't realize that she was able to get on the team meeting. We haven't taught her that yet. Here's Shelby,
There she
everyone.
is.
Hi, thanks for welcoming me.
Hi, Shelby.
Hi.
Welcome, welcome. Every
this is-
Tuesday at 9:30. This is the
This
best
is
place.
the entire Roseville team meeting office.
Okay.
Yeah. And look, even John is here.
All right, well, hey, John. Thanks, you all.
Thanks,
Welcome.
Shelby. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, and then, oh, look at,
Whoa, you jumped in.
whoa. I gotta go back. It's always the technical
Struggle
difficulties
bus.
with me.
There we go.
All right, woo, welcome Isaac. He's here too.
Who's the one on the left?
I just moved the camera over so they could see Isaac. Isaac is brand new to us this month, in February, so his license should be coming back in a few days. Woo, woo. Soon to be. I love it. Oh,
All right, so we talked about the Rosies. Again, I'm assuming every single person in here just put it on your schedule while we were talking. So there'll be no excuses. I can see all the faces, plus the ones that are on here. So you guys already all RSVP. Don't let me down.
Don't.
And good food, and it's to bring your spouse or significant others, so. All right, we're gonna go through what's happening this week.
What's happening this week? Today at 1 p.m. we have the PC class forms, KW Referral Network and Referral Form. Tomorrow, Wednesday at 10:30, we're gonna have that Market Center watch party for the 6 personal perspectives with Dennis Russell. So that's that part 2 of that 2-part series that was 2 weeks ago.
So be sure to join us, even if you didn't see part 1. Dennis has said that he'll cover a little bit of it, but make it just as fulfilling and rewarding to hear part 2, even if you missed part 1. And that will be coming back around. They are not recorded. They are not recording them, so be sure to join us.
And tomorrow is also National Pizza Day. So we are gonna
Ooh, I
have
didn't
some
even know
pizza
that. Oh,
for the
National
watch
Pizza
party.
Day.
So definitely come in tomorrow. We'll probably have pizza at the end. And then Thursday, 1 p.m. Growth Coaching Mastermind, that is invite only. Friday at 1 p.m. PC is doing a special event class, how to do a showing. It's like a virtual Zoom. So
It's like a
definitely,
field trip.
definitely, yeah, field trip.
If
That's
you
what it
ever
was.
see those ones that say invite only, and you're kind of like, I want to go to the party, I want to be invited, be sure to talk to Matt, to Alec, and they will let you know how to be invited to those invite only. So anybody's welcome, new agents, old agents, just got to talk to one of them and they'll help you figure out how to do it.
Perfect. And then there's more perspectives for 3-6. Ooh, and then coming up in about 2 weeks, I don't know if she's still in here or not.
She's here somewhere.
We have a lunch and learn that Raina from Cross Country Mortgage will be hosting. So that's going to be Thursday, February 24th here in the training room. It's called Mastering Your Goals, and it's about prospecting, time management, and leverage. So 11:30 to 1, lunch and learn, 2 weeks from Thursday, I believe. Yeah, so Thursday the 24th, and we'll send out more info on that.
So now we're gonna ask y'all, you're gonna hear some of the best information you've heard in a long time from our amazing Todd Haig. But I know you're also wanting to spin the wheel at some point, so you gotta stick around. Gotta be here to spin the wheel. So stick around. Because of what we're giving away. There's some great prizes on there. You want to stick around because let me tell you, we're talking family reunion, no invoice. There's some really good, they get better and better. So be there, right? You wouldn't.
Good morning, everyone. Come
Come
on.
Turn
do
this
better
on.
than that. Good morning. So let's do this. Big guy back
are you
there.
unplugging?
Can you hand chairs to somebody on
Oh, you
this
can do it
side?
from this side.
Let's
then.
drop some chairs down the center here so
Yeah.
everybody can come in.
Yep.
Come on, you guys.
You're gonna
Let's come around. Drop some chairs.
Right here, you want one?
Yep.
Watch it. All right, stick one right in there. Where do you want it? Oh, no, better. We got one over here. Thank you, Cora.
It's like October.
Hey,
Ooh,
Carrie,
nice name.
Carrie, drop them down the center because we can back up to the table there. Just like that.
One in here.
Yeah, there you go.
Hi, girl.
Good idea.
Hey, Carlos, how are you?
Anybody want to see? Come on in. Front row. Here's a seat up here for somebody. All right. It is good to see everybody back in the market center. Don't be shy. Come in. Going to continue to put on as many classes as possible that are going to benefit you, benefit your production, to help you generate more GCI. We're going to talk about some numbers today. I hope that's okay. I'll try not to put anybody asleep, all right? But Gary Keller has always said that you need to be the local real estate economist of choice, because wherever you go, when somebody finds out that you're a realtor, they will ask you how the market is, and you need to be prepared how to answer that question. I know a lot of you do a great job on this already. Hopefully I'll be able to add to that and give you some really good information. All right. Does anybody know who Jason Abrams is? He is the VP of Industry at KW. Has anybody here heard him speak before? He's a great speaker.
ALC heard him this last week.
All right, the ALC heard him speak this last week. All right. Well, I'm going to draw some comparisons between Jason and myself. And it's not that I'm a great speaker like Jason is, but the only person that I know of in KW that has worse handwriting than I do, worse illustration skills than I do, is Jason Abrams, all right? So, don't fault me for that, all right? Okay, so great to know what our numbers are. We'll get into that. But before I start, I want to ask you a question. I've got a giveaway. I've got 3 $10 gift cards to Caribou Coffee. All right, now I don't want anybody blurting out the answer just yet. Raise your hand. Who can tell me, to get this gift card, what the mission statement is of KW? And staff is not included. in this. Come on, mission statement. All right, Andy?
Oh, boy, now I'm on the spot.
You got to hear. I'm gonna give you a little bit of help. To build.
Build Lives worth living.
Yep.
Businesses worth owning. Oh, yeah, I screwed it all up.
All right, so he gave a couple here. Does anybody else have a better answer? Sean? All right, and then,
Experience.
all right, don't blurt stuff out.
You know it, that's him.
All right, so I'm going to run through it. So far, Andy has given the most answers to build careers worth having, businesses worth owning, lives worth living, experiences worth giving, and legacies worth leaving. Andy gets the prize. So we're gonna do 2 more of those. I got 2 more gift cards, but I'm gonna jump into some info here. And hopefully everybody can see me that's on Zoom. How many people do we have on Zoom?
30, I think.
We have 30 on Zoom
Yep.
and we got 30 plus in the room. Great to see that everybody's engaged. All right, let's start with inventory. At the end of last year, or excuse me, at first week of January, it was the inventory up or down. So starting out the new year, was the inventory up or down compared to year over year compared to last year? It was down. All right. Where do you think it is today? Is it up or down?
Down.
By how much? 21.5%. So about, let's just call it 4,500 units, and that's not even accurate either, because a lot of those are under contract. I know because my office is, physical office is over in Maple Grove. I watch the market over there. I live out that way and keep a good eye on it. At one point, there were 9 single-family homes available that were not under contract in Maple Grove. Unbelievable. Never seen inventory like that. And so my point is, none of us, it doesn't matter how long you've been in the market or in real estate, none of us have seen a market like this before. So we need to figure out how we can adapt to it. So at the end of 2021, full year 2021, the number of listings that were taken during 2021, were the listings up or down? Come on. They were down only slightly. They were down 1.1%. See, I told you I'm bad. That's actually an arrow if you can't tell. So 1.1%, all right? How about closed sales? Were closed sales up or down? They were up 2.7%. Whoa. How can sales be up if listings were down, right? And the inventory's down.
Off market.
Now, we're just eating away at the inventory that was there to be able to get there, all right?
Todd, is this a 7-county area that you're talking
This
about?
is the 16 county metro area, and great point, and I should have prefaced this, right? So if anybody says, "Why he doesn't know what he's talking about," yell at the association for that. So this is all association information, all information that you have available to you through SPAR under their market data. Minneapolis Association has the exact same data. Minnesota has the same data as well. All right, so in the 4 reporting periods so far, so they report weekly, all of you get an email weekly from SPAR that has this data available to you. Our pendings up or down for the year so far, in the 4 reporting periods, up or down? They're down, and they're down big time. They're down 16.4%. Okay. How about listings taken, up or down? For the 4 reporting periods this year. Yep, down big time. 15.8% down. So pretty interesting that the pendings are down and they tracking right along with where the listings are. Question.
This might seem like a stupid question. If the closed sales are up, but the pending sales are down, how does that make sense?
Yeah, so different periods. So this was at the end of 21. Okay,
Okay.
so this is for all of 21, and this is just pendings for this year.
Okay,
So, so big time numbers, right? You've got to have the listings to be able to sell them. So I've said this for the last 3 years, our market is getting pushed further down the timeline. And almost every year, if we were to graph this out, you start on January 1 and the inventory grows through the spring market, right? So for your buyer clients out there that are frustrated, and you're frustrated as well, don't show your frustration to your buyers clients. Keep them engaged and let them know that the inventory is coming. By the way, NAR predicts that we will have more inventory coming this year. That will be welcome news because it will be the first time in probably 7 years that we've seen year over year numbers actually increasing, the inventory increasing. We would have to add 130% to our inventory to be where we were at in 2016, just 5 years ago, right? So some big time numbers. So NAR this year, what do they predict? Will sales be up or down?
Wow.
They're predicting that they're going to be up slightly. What they really think is that it's probably going to be a push or comparable to last year. But we're going to talk about how last year ended up. But before we go there, I want to give a little bit of a history lesson. And before I do that, I want you to know what your stats are as well. And the great thing about being with KW is that we put that information together for you. So you can go look at your information. Are your closed sales up or down? Are your writtens up or down? Are your listings up or down? You've all got a multi-year trends report and all of that data is available to you. And the great part about setting goals is that at the end of every month, they update that report for you. So you can go in, look at your multi-year trends report and see how you do. So KW does this, the region does this. I do this for the market centers, both market centers that I oversee, and you should be doing it for your business as well. So where do you find that? Go to reports, the blue hyperlink that's next to your photo at mykw.kw.com. Click on reports. They get a drop-down menu. On that drop-down menu, it says associate. And then you just hover over associate. It will give you a secondary drop-down menu and then multi-year trends report. Just click on that. It will pull up your multi-year trends report. That is absolutely huge because numbers are the language of business. You have to know your numbers, but a lot of times we're not going to slow down on our day-to-day real estate activities to go and put that information together. KW is doing it for you. That's how important that is. All right. Okay. History lesson. And some of you have seen me do this before, so this should be really easy for you. What is that? Real estate cycle. Yep, that's exactly right. And so from peak to peak, typically how long is that?
7 years.
7 years. Yep. Okay, so keep that number in mind as we walk through. Now, let's spin back here, back to the early 2000s. When did we peak? What year was that?
2008.
2005. Okay, and we had 61,000 units that were sold that year. A unit is just one home. Every unit has two sides. It has a buyer side, and it has a seller side. So we have to double that number, right? So when we talk about, well, how many houses that we sell last year, it's a combination of buyers and sellers, right? Yeah, okay. So 122,000 sides that were available back then, and that represented $16.78 billion in volume on those sales, okay? And you have to double that as well for both sides. So we ended up at 33 billion 6 in terms of available volume. What do we get paid off of? We get paid off of volume. If there's more volume, we get paid more. By the way, the annual report is available through SPAR, and on the annual report, they go back 5 years and they do 5 reporting years. And what the average sales price was, 5 years ago, as compared to where it ended up in 2021. Basically, on average, how much do you think most either neighborhoods in Minneapolis and St. Paul or suburbs went up during that period of time? How much do you think in total dollars did we see on average in appreciation?
In 1 year or since 20,
20 to in the last 5
in
years,
the last 5 years?
5 years.
30%.
So $100,000. So it's looking
Oh.
for a dollar amount, went up $100,000. Okay. Our average side commission, either on a buyer side or a seller side, we just average that out. And when I look at our multi-year trends report for the market center, our average side is 2.8%. Okay. So 2.8% of $100,000 is $2,800, right? We sell the same house, right? In 2017, during that reporting period, we sell the same house last year, we get paid $2,800 more. Now, did our job become more difficult in 2021? Some people could argue that, yeah, because we had 50 showings in 5 hours and I had 20 offers and I had to evaluate all of those offers or whatever, Not really. We did the same job. It was the same house. By the way, that same thing works on whether you sell a $300,000 house or a $700,000 house. I'd rather concentrate on the $700,000 homes, right? Now, there's not as many of them. And, I've always been about selling all of them, right? That, hey, we need to sell 2 or 3 of the 300 or 350s to get to the 700. I'm fine with doing that, not a problem. But we got paid $2,800 more over that period of time. Same thing with loan officers. They got paid more because the loan values went up. Title got paid more because they got paid more on title policies as well. So our industry is doing really, really well because the volume has increased. All right, now what year do you think that we bottomed out? 2010, we bottomed out at 38,000 units. So we double that to 76,000 sides. Okay. And then as far as volume goes, the volume bottomed out in 2011 at 8.1 billion or a total of 16.4 billion. Whoa. We went from 122,000 sides that were available to 76,000. Ouch. We went from $33 billion to get paid on to 16.4 billion. More than 50%, right? So we'll just say that this was a 50% decrease in commissions. Now, I like that increase in available commissions per side, not a 50% hit. So the second line, what do you think this represents?
Number of agents.
Yeah, realtors getting in the business.
Wow, who said number of agents? See, that's why Peter is my favorite.
He's gift card here.
Just remember, that was not for a gift card. Peter's the smartest guy in the room. Just remember. So he is correct. So what was happening here? The amount of available income in real estate was increasing. At the same time, the number of realtors in the business increased. What do you think happened here? Yeah, got out of the business. So currently, anybody want to guess how many realtors are in the business?
Nationally,
Today?
Yep.
1.5.
1.7. I thought it was.
Yeah. So almost 1.6 million realtors. Where do you think that bottomed out at? Less than 800,000. So we've doubled, right? 100%. We've added 100% since we bottomed out. Okay. Now, we talk about a 7, does anybody like this history lesson so far? Good information, good to know,
Good to
right?
know.
Oh, by the way, all real estate is local. Keller says that all the time. Okay, so what about Minnesota? Where did we bottom out on Realtor? Well, where are we at today? How many realtors are there in Minnesota? 22,500, okay? And we bottomed out at about 15,000 roughly. So we're up about, let's just call it 40%. Okay, just rough numbers, all right? Now, this will all come back around because again, you know, how much did we increase our available income? If we added 40%, and we're lucky because we're not Texas and California and Florida, where every other person has a real estate license, right? Minnesota's just not that way. We're not built that way. We tend to be more focused where, I don't know, I guess maybe they're not, I don't know. Whatever. So we don't have as many. All right, what year, remember Chad, my second favorite guy in this room, second smartest guy in this room, as he said, that the real estate cycles are 7 years, right? How long did it take us from 2005, and we'll call this 2005, 2006, because these numbers are not absolutely perfect, right? How long did it take us to get back to selling 61,000 units again? Who said that? Okay, you're close, but you're not right. 2016. So up here, 2016, we're back to 61,000 units, which is 122,000 sides. Okay, and then we go 17, 18, 19, pretty much the same thing. 17 was just a tad over 61,000. It was 61,003. And then in 18, it actually dropped back down to 59,000. Okay, and then we went to 19 and we were at 59,000 again. Okay, so you know we got 118,000 sites that were available here. And how many years? Okay, we'll just call it 15 years to get back on a 7-year cycle. Okay, so who's read the Shift book? Every hand should be going up right now. If you have not read the Shift book, get the Shift book and read the Shift book, okay? Basically, in the beginning of the Shift book, they said, whatever goes up in real estate will come back down, okay? And so whatever goes down, you just hope will come back up. I was the most optimistic guy. I actually met with a developer. He's like, he goes, like, when I talk to you, you're just the most optimistic guy. I lost $2 million during this time. That was a lot of money. And I had a young family during this time, right? Now I'm losing money, right? That's like, don't worry, it'll turn back around, right? History repeats itself, and it sure did, right? And so there was that opportunity again to do better during these years and continue that on. And I just want you to be mindful that this is going to shift at some point, okay? So what do we think happened then the pandemic hits, right? And during this whole time, right, I'm bulletproof as an agent, you know, and what does high tide do? It lifts all boats, okay? Okay, it's all on me. I'm the one that's doing this. It's not that I'm getting great education or I'm in the right environment or, you know, people are pouring into me and supporting me. Nope, it's just all me. It's all me as the agent, which isn't true. And that's why I'm saying that. And then here we are, we're up here at the tippy top again. And a lot of people are thinking like, okay, because this has gone so well for so long right now, that there's no way that this could happen again. And then the pandemic hits, right? Pandemic hits, and we were right on the verge of all of you losing your business, right? There were politicians that wanted to shut us down.
Yep.
Okay, they just go hide in your basement. That's the only thing we do. And it wasn't their fault. We were just dealing with something that nobody had dealt with for 100 years, right? We got a pandemic on our hands and everybody wanted to be, protected. And we had the governor telling us that 76,000 Minnesotans were going to die in a very short period of time. You know, from April until July, he said 76,000 Minnesotans are going to die. All right, so like, let's take some precautions, okay? So I don't fault them for that. It's like, we needed to take action. But we're looking at this thing, and there was a group of us that were very active in communication with the governor's office. Look, we're essential. Housing is essential. We are essential as the grocery store is, right? People have to have a home to live in, just like people have to be able to eat, okay? And I tell this because RPAC helps support you and your business. And whenever you get a chance, when you renew, your association dues renew, and you got the opportunity to donate to RPAC saved our butts. They're the ones that got the attorneys in there, along with the associations, and fought for all of you to keep your business up and going. Because if they would have said, we're shutting it down, you would have lost all those deals that were in your pipeline that were ready to close. Because people, they just can't like, well, it doesn't matter that we can't close. We'll just wait 2 months, you know? It just simply wouldn't have happened. Other states, this happened, and they got shut down. So don't think that this couldn't happen again, because it can. So pandemic hits, all right? I mean, I was pretty dang nervous, right? I mean, this is a lot to support, you know? You guys were probably nervous as well. And then what ends up happening in 2020? Did we go up or down? Yep. We went up and set another record. We set a record on many different levels. So here's 2020. We jumped up to 64,500 in units, which was basically 129,000 then. Total units that were available. And we set a record in terms of sides that were, or excuse me, volume as well. So it was 22 billion. So let's just double that. It was 22.8. So that's 44.6 billion that was available in 2020. So huge difference, 44 billion from 16 total billion here on all sides to 44 billion.
45 billion.
We'll call it 45 billion. Let's round up. So that's a huge increase, right? All right, so actually, yeah, 45.6 billion. Yeah. Let's round up to 46 billion. That's a lot. That's a huge increase, 3 times. Now, we only added 40%, okay? So we're doing pretty good. We're not as watered down or saturated as the National Association of Realtors that added 100%. We only added 40%, but our income availability has tripled. So does it seem like there's more realtors in the business today than there was back then? Yeah, it does, because there are, right? All right, now let's go over here, one more year, 2021. All right, did I tell you that my writing was bad? Okay. So, and by no means am I comparing myself to Jason Abrams and his presentation capabilities, because he's the best, right? All right, so what do you think happened in 2021? It went up to 66.3, okay? So that gives us 132,600 sides that are available. So we went from 129 to 132. You know, remember back here, we were at 122. So we've added more than 10,000 sides since 2016. Did prices go up last year?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. By the way, I think that Zillow may have bought 2,000 homes, maybe 3,000 in the metro area. So you all spend, or should be anyway, spending more time on the MLS than I do. And there's a certain listing agent that has a bunch of listings. And what's fantastic is every one of those listings is selling for less than what they paid for it. What moron does that deal? In a market where the prices are going up? What? And they're going up more again this year. How do you make that mistake? How dumb do you have to be to make that mistake? Right? I mean, the real estate prices may have gone up. And I'm not calling a certain real. Are you guys drawing some conclusion? I'm not saying anything about that realtor. I'm talking about the company that is run by a bunch of techies that think they're super smart, that want to take your business away. Because believe me, that company wants to take your business away, and that company is Zillow. They're coming for you and your business. They want to get between you and the consumer, and they want to make sure that you get paid as little as possible, okay? And they failed miserably in that attempt. By the way, Open Door is just as bad. Eric Wu, the CEO, I want to put all realtors out of business. Remember that, right? They want to take your business. We're going to talk more about what we can do to fight back, because we're not doing a good enough job fighting back yet. And I want to make sure you all get upset enough that you will actually take action to fight back, because we can. All right. So we have, so prices went up last year, right? So now we have a record $52.2 billion in available commissions, or excuse me, available volume, right? Which means the available commission dollars that on that 52 billion are as high as they've ever been. Okay. So just run the math, 2.8% of 52 billion, not 16.4, right? We've gone from 16.4 to 52.2 billion. There's never been a better time to be in real estate. Even though we've got 40% more realtors in the business, we've more than tripled the amount of volume, which means that we've tripled the amount of available commission dollars as well, right? So 1.3 to 1.4 billion dollars of commissions. By the way, it's not a perfect science, because we don't know, how many deals were cut, and I'll sell one side, but not, you don't have to pay me on both sides, that sort of thing. Now, so were there really 132,600? I'm just saying that that's how many were potentially available, and that was potentially the available commission dollars on those transactions. Make sense?
Yeah.
All right. Any questions so far?
So the 52.2 billion, which has baked into it the $100,000 increase in value, what was the starting point of that?
2017. So if you look at the, average sales price in 17 versus at the end of 21, and we didn't know that until just a few weeks ago when that report came out, and they compiled all the data, because we didn't have all the reporting periods for 21 until they put that report together, right? And so that's what it was, about $100,000, or we're getting paid more. So point being is, great time to be in real estate. All right. So what did I say before about the shift book? What goes up?
Must come down.
I
Yeah.
really think we should have a chapter club for that particular book.
I agree with you.
Add this, because it's tough reading, it's hard reading. I have an MBA, and
It's more of
I
a,
have to
it's a reference
take a break.
manual. It's,
exactly.
it's not like a regular book. Same thing with the MREA. It's a reference manual.
Exactly.
You don't just go into, hey, I want to read from cover to cover.
Yep.
It's a that's why all of you should buy the leadership version of the MREA, because it's all tab in the front section. Whatever ails your business, whatever is wrong with your business, whatever you want to make an improvement on your business is listed inside the front cover of the MREA Leadership Edition. Then you can just go to that tab and you can focus on that. So I agree with you. If we did a
And you should
shift,
read it.
if we did a shift book club, who would participate in that?
Yes, me. You
Okay.
know.
All right, we're putting that together. So we're gonna put this together. Believe me, all of you will learn something by doing that, and we'll find the right leader to lead that group and help all of you out. And we won't just do it once this year. Let's do it at least twice this year. And by the way, we might want to do an MREA as well, because there's certain things, and I'm gonna get to that, like, what should we be focused on at this point? Well, it'd be great to read the shift book, right? And get brushed up on that. Lots of us haven't read the book yet. And hey, if we're working with our peers and learning from our peers at the same time, that's a great way to go. So what else do I have here? Oh, all right, let's do another giveaway on a gift card. Nobody blurt out the answer. All right. Okay, this is from the MREA. All right. So Marker's trying now. What are the 3 L's of the millionaire real estate agent? I saw a hand. I saw a Highland's hand go
I
up.
don't
so-
like caribou, so go ahead.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Listings leads leverage.
All right, yeah, so listings, leads, leverage, so those are the three L's of real estate. My marker's drying out, so I'm not gonna actually draw that, all right? So listings, leads, leverage, Steve wins the prize, and he is now the new smartest guy. He's wrong, Peter.
How does he,
Sorry.
Todd, how does he, I was gonna say, how does he rank on your likability scale?
It's in the box.
Yeah, in NASCAR, they always vote for the most liked driver every year, and so we're gonna give that award to Hyatt. He's the most liked realtor at Roseville. All right, so kind of moving on, if we know that this is happening, right? Do we just wait to do something about a shift, like right here, as things are dropping out? Oh, wait, by the way, there's one other thing. Okay, both times now, as the amount of available income in real estate increases, so do the number of realtors coming into the business, it overshoots, okay? And now all of a sudden, we've got less transactions, we've got less volume as this is coming down, but yet the number of realtors getting into the business, it's unbelievable how many people are in real estate school right now wanting to get into this business, right? And that's why we need to sharpen our axe. We need to build our skills now. We don't wait until right here. So one thing, by having the Shift Book Club, I think that's a great way of skill building, right? What else?
Can I add something really quick? We just went through Shift and MRE last year in growth coaching. And I would be happy to run another Shift Book Club. So
Perfect.
if we can get a number of people that want to do that, I'll get that scheduled and figured out.
Okay, so all of you that don't have,
Relaunch.
I'll send something about that.
Okay.
We'll get everybody signed up.
all of you that want a Shift Book Club, or excuse me, a Shift book, we're going to buy one for you, okay? So please let us know who needs. She's looking cross-eyed at me. She handles all the money. What are you doing?
You know, and
I thought I was the only one who got books from Nora.
one more thing about that book, when you read it, you realize that these things work very well in a shift, but they're things that we should be doing as agents,
That's
no
exact-
matter if it's a shift or not.
The open house, the 7th level open house, right? Why
Correct.
wouldn't we just be doing that right now, you know?
Yeah,
That's just one example, but we're gonna buy all of you a Shift book, but go to Keller Inc. So Keller, INK.com. All of Gary's books are there. So if you want to buy a Shift book yourself and give it to somebody else, which I think all of you will want to do when you get done with, what a great thing if you're doing a real estate transaction with another agent, that you could give them the gift of Shift, right? Here you go. I think that you should read this book. Why not? You know, Gary didn't write those books for the Keller. I mean, did he write them for the Keller Williams agent? Yes, but he wrote them for the industry, not just to keep to ourselves. That's what other companies do, right? When's the last time you've been invited to a training event at Edina Realty? Never, right? Because they don't do that. They're all about themselves, okay? Every time we have a training event, we always invite other realtors to that because, and by the way, by Keller Williams setting their ship down in the Twin Cities, we have raised the bar on training for all companies because they needed to match what we were doing. So we'll get out there and we'll get those books and get that book club going. All right, so here we are. We know that this is potentially can happen. So we do the Shift Book Club. That's great. All right. What else should we be doing at this point to make sure that we don't fall behind, right? What are those basic things? Ron?
Fortify and strengthen your relationships, because that's what this is all about.
Absolutely. So that would be one of them, which comes back to the 36 touch, right? And that's a 36 plus touch. So I was on a Zoom with Gary a couple months ago. He was asked a question, what should somebody be doing right now? He didn't even hesitate. He just said, that's easy. He said, you build your database. And this is exactly why I've taught the 36 touch class at least 100 times over the last 5 or 6 years. You build your database and you get in a relationship with your database. So fortifying the relationships, right? But I think everything starts with goals. And we know and we've all heard it because we're all driven, we're all opportunists, we all want to do better, and we all want to figure out what the magic formula is to do better, right? And we've all heard that those that have written goals do better than those that do not, right? And if you haven't heard that, please read up on goal setting, because that is the basic. So you have a 50% better chance of hitting your goals if you actually have written goals, okay? Well, beyond that, then you need to track your goals. And here's the good news. Just like I said, you have a multi-year trends report. So at the end of every month, you don't need to do anything except drop a couple of numbers into a spreadsheet. And if your spreadsheet is a handwritten spreadsheet, that's fine too. How are you doing in relationship to your goals? Because there is no way that a builder is going to build a house without having a plan first, right? And then they're going to go back and reference that plan along the way as they're building the home, okay? Same thing with a pilot. A pilot is not going to fly from LA to New York without filing a flight plan. And they're certainly not going to fly that plane without checking in on their progress along the way. So why wouldn't you do the same thing? So goal setting, all right? And if you layer your goal setting along with accountability, and I'm not talking about necessarily getting into a coaching relationship or doing that in a group setting or anything. Just find a peer, and if you don't have a peer, how about your spouse? I had an incident with my daughter when she was 3 years old, and my wife asked me if I got a lead that day, and I answered up and I said no, and my daughter told me, well, why don't you go back to work then? Okay, you got a point. Oh, wise one at 3 years old, right? But couldn't you find somebody that you could be in a relationship with that will help you and be your accountability partner? And if you have an accountability partner, you are 70% more likely to hit those written goals. Okay, so 36 touch, build the database, goal setting, accountability. What else? Chad?
Probably look at your expenses, see what you're spending money on, you should have, like Zillow and.
Yeah.
Nobody should be spending money on Zillow. They want to put you out of
Buy
business.
any ads.
Yeah. Yeah, but you're right. You're exactly right. What are you spending money on that you don't need to, right? So I would look at that time blocking. Are you actually time blocking for lead generation? And again, being around Gary Keller, the number of times I've listened to him speak or been in a small group setting with him, the number of times that I've heard him say, show me your day planner, show me your calendar, and I will tell you how much money I think you're going to make this year. And if you look at the day planner and you're not time blocking for lead generation 3 hours a day, that number is probably going to be pretty low. Okay. We have an agent over at Maple Grove that has 18 homes pending year to date. Him and his team, 18. What activity, because activity leads to results, do you think he did last fall that was available to all of us? He took bold. He attributes the reason to having 18 under contract right now is that him and his team kicked it into high gear, all because of bold. Okay, so training and activity can lead to results. All right. Coaching. If you need coaching, let us know. Andy's doing coaching. We've got MAPS coaching. We've got growth coaching,
Yes.
productivity coaching, coach, right? So we've got multiple things that are going to make you successful. Please do not just disregard them like it's no big deal. More than ever at the top of the market, this is when we need to really, it's pro time, right? It's not, I'm just gonna continue to ride that high tide because everybody else is, because that can be taken away from you. This was painful, absolutely painful to lose 50% of your available income. That is painful. However, you can get your unfair share. You can still do very, very well, right? During this market, as long as you plan properly and you've got all of those basic things that we just talked about. Again, you've got goals already set. You've got time blocking. You've got accountability. You've got your 36 touch because your database is your business. And the more you've got that dialed in, the better that you're going to do. Because there is no doubt that Open Door and some other iBuyer companies are coming for your business. Last week in Maple Grove, there were 51 listings available. How many of them do you think were an iBuyer listing? Anybody want to guess? And by the way, out of that 51, yes, there were, sold contingent on inspection or whatever, review of the association docs, whatever it was, but just anything that was in the active category, how many of them do you think were iBuyer?
5, 9, 16.
10, 20%. So then I went to Plymouth and I checked out Plymouth. How many out of the 39 listings, scary that you got a town that's got 80,000 population and probably 25,000 homes in its housing stock, and there's 39 available listings, single family townhouse condo. Out of that, how many of those were iBuyer?
14.
4, so 10%. So all of a sudden we got this range now, 10 to 20%. And by the way, that's held pretty constant over the last 90 days, 120 days. Now, I will tell you, a lot of these listings suck because think of the mentality of the person that sold to the iBuyer company. Well, I don't like to clean, so I never cleaned while I lived here, right? Have we been through that listing before? Yeah, plenty of times. Okay. Oh, by the way, if I don't want to clean, am I going to do any maintenance? Why change the furnace filter? Why wash those filters in the air-to-air exchanger? Why put any salt in the water softener, right? Why tune up my furnace? I'm not going to do any of that either. So it's like, well, I don't really want to disclose that I am an idiot and didn't maintain my house, right? But I'm an idiot and I didn't maintain my house, so maybe I can get away with selling it to these stupid people from the West Coast that are techies that lose money buying houses. So that's what I'm going to do. And so a lot of these houses then, they're slapping some paint on them, they're putting some carpet in them, and they're putting them back out on the market riddled with problems, and they're getting away in some cases without doing a full disclosure as well, right? So of course those houses are going to be on the market because people are going to go through them and they're going to like, well, this house sucks. I'm not buying that. And
I
it's,
had a buyer exclude all Zillow and Open Door, any property that hit market. 'Cause
There
we looked at 4 or 5, like, no.
there you go. What time is it?
10:29.
Okay, so I'm a little long-winded, sorry about that, but there's one more important thing that I want to cover. So we're in the process, we have the ability to do instant offers, okay? We have the ability to do buy before you sell also program. We have the ability to do the concierge service where your seller can fix up the home and then sell that, all right? I said before, none of us have dealt with this market before. This is a different day. And if we want to get listings, we better be marketing ourselves that we have the ability to do all of that. And so we need to be making offers for an instant response, otherwise known as a MOFR, not a gopher, but a MOFR, right? Make instant offer for an instant response. Do we know anybody that's been making offers for instant response? Well, they have 20% of the market in Maple Grove and 10% in Plymouth, right? Amber Broadway at Open Door listed 214 homes last year. Anybody in this room list 214 homes last year? That's because of all of Open Door's slick marketing to steal equity from sellers. Just my opinion. I'm not talking bad about them, right? But Open Door hasn't been stupid, right? They have bought and ripped off sellers with just come and push the easy button, and those pathetic realtors out there that make you actually vacuum your house before you put it on the market. They're the bad people. We're the good people. So we could come and steal your equity from you. And in most cases, what I'm seeing out there is they're taking about 10%. Okay. Why the hell are we not doing the same thing when we have the ability to do that? Okay, well, we have to then figure out how to use social media to be able to make those offers, right? I would advocate to go out and put up billboards, right? And have mortgage companies write me big checks under a marketing service agreement, which is probably illegal because it's probably not being done right. And I'm not saying that anybody's doing that necessarily, but how do you pay for billboards like that? How do you do that? right?
His
Well-
dad owns a marketing company.
So.
Is that how he does it? I didn't know.
Yeah, still, at the end of the day, let's just do it right. And we've got the ability through command to put out $20 ads, and could we do that 4 times a month to get some sort of traction? Because our database is probably, connected with us on social media, and could we market to our database? And oh, by the way, could we then take out an ad for $20 and capture some other people that are thinking about it with, we're all about you. We're all about you. Do not give away your equity to these companies that have slick marketing, right? Do not give away your equity to somebody that's got some stupid dance or some stupid song or some stupid billboard. Don't give away your equity to these companies, because we act as a fiduciary. We represent you and your equity. Do not give it away. We want to make sure that you maximize on the sale of your home, and we're here to act as that fiduciary and give you every option that's available to you so that you're not giving them your money. And if anybody, you could go trade in a vehicle right now and do really well, but historically, if you trade in a vehicle, you are absolutely getting taken advantage of, right? You've got a pro, and you just push the easy button right here, and you don't have to pay taxes on the part that, is the trade in and all that. We're gonna make it sound really easy so we can steal your money. Try it with your house, okay? You did it with your car, and people are actually doing it. The consumers are saying that they want the ease of being able to use the iBuyer program. And so we've got the ability again to do it through a program that we're paying for. And I want you all to get your unfair share. I don't want this to happen and you're sitting there flat-footed without the ability to compete with what seems to be taking on. Now, do I think that the iBuyers are going to go away when this happens? My opinion is yes. But again, let's get really sharp at that right now. And does anybody want to add an extra 10 listings this year? Because by the way, if you're hitting your listing goals, you're probably hitting all of your goals. And could you easily add 10 more listings this year by just doing a few easy things? Market to your database, market on social media, and then do a paid ad on social media saying that this is what you do. Click here to learn more. And your learn more is, don't let these companies with slick marketing steal your equity. Talk to me first. I do have a guaranteed offer program. I have the, buy before you sell. By the way, most people, when they're given the option of doing the iBuyer program, the guaranteed offer, or the buy before you sell, which is a bridge loan program, they opt for the bridge loan because that solves their problem. They think that the iBuyer is going to solve their problem so that they can become a cash buyer. And that is why we need to understand this stuff, because in this market, we need to make our buyers cash buyers. We have to do that. And there's a small price you pay. But if you're a cash buyer versus having to, put some escalation clause or some overpriced bid on a home, maybe they're going to save that 1.5% that you could do the iBuyer program, or excuse me, the bridge loan program. So we just want people to raise their hand and say, I'm thinking about selling. Now we got somebody to work with. And couldn't we do that 10 times by putting together, an approach like I just described? Well, we can. So we're in the process of designing the ads for you. We will get them out to you, and we're going to have training on it. So please don't bury your head in the sand and say, well, I'm not going to do this, because wouldn't you want to have 1 or 2 of those listings in Maple Grove right now in this market? Absolutely. Let's take that back from them. Okay, I got to be done. All right, thank you.
Todd.
Yeah.
Questions for Todd before we finish up with that? Anybody? No, he does a pretty good job, so.
All right, well, let's give away some prizes then.
All right.
That's a lot more fun than my school.
We are gonna give away, so if you, we're gonna give, if you don't have a ticket, let us know. We're gonna give you a ticket, quickly put your name on the back, and then we're gonna come back and get them. Just write your name on the back.
Yes.
Can I give you one more? Yeah, just hit the back, write your name on it.
Before you, I was gonna say like, read that book, it's not, it's dense, and it's dry, but it's not, it's a quick. I would literally do it, like, I would, as soon as you get the book, yes. Yeah, like, don't, like, go get this, and then read it. Those would be the two things I'd say to do.
Okay. Hey, George, quick question. I got.
Okay.
But this,
Might as well keep it in.
okay,
I'll talk to Carrie. Maybe she'll let me spin for you.
okay, that'd be amazing. Yeah.
No, I couldn't find it.
So I'm gonna duck out of here in like 5 minutes.
Okay, perfect. I'll ask Carrie, but
Okay, I have a.
otherwise, if she says no, then we'll just, if we pull your name, we'll just next time.
Okay, yeah, I got a doc on it at like 2 months.
Oh, yeah, where you have to schedule it super far in advance.
Yeah, they're like, it's only on Tuesdays at 11. I'm like, what a specific time.
Yeah,
Tickets, are you, are we pulling up the slides that?
yeah.
That Lauren's gonna mark up?
All right, I'm gonna have to,
Did everybody get a ticket and get your name on the back?
technical difficulties, Jordan trying to get the camera, classic.
Anybody not put your ticket in yet? Because I need all your tickets. You can't go be a winner. So let's pick it. All right, we got some awesome prizes after. I gotta find them. Hold on
After-
2 seconds. Thank you. I know, what it is.
Why does it need me to do this?
Thank you for everyone for sticking with us. Well worth it.
All right, I think Lauren is in there.
Lauren is in there.
Zoom in.
All right.
Oh, it won't zoom in that thing.
Gonna be the first person to spin the wheel. All right, Jess, pick a number or a name or something. All right. Isaac, first person to spin the wheel, come on up. Come on. The idea is jump over the tables, run up the middle, spin the wheel.
How many are there? You want me to cross off the numbers? 17.
On her thing?
Or the numbers that have been,
Well, she's gonna draw a line up there. That was the idea.
gotcha. I thought you
No.
needed me to do it.
Well, if she couldn't do that.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
All right, Isaac is our first wheel spinner. Oh, just got it. And if you don't get a number that's on there, next person gets to try. Number 18. Ooh, good try, Isaac.
What? First spin, what?
All I hear is.
Your name goes back in though. It goes back into the next one.
Poor Isaac.
Door number 2. That hurts. A walk of shame.
Stick around.
You did. She always wins.
I realized I didn't have that shared.
So keep them, because then if we get all the way through,
Okay.
then we do, they get to go back.
Perfect.
All right, DJ, what can you do? Come on, you gotta get one of those lucky numbers.
She's doing the light spin. Look at that. Ah, what you get?
23. Woo-hoo!
$10 Starbucks.
That's
Nice.
all.
All right, DJ. Thank you. All right. Pick a name, huh?
Andrew, come on for Purdue here, pal.
Kelsey.
Woo, Kelsey. So the ones that get the, okay, perfect. And just set them over there.
Yeah. All right, spin the wheel. And it does have to make a full rotation. So spin her hard. Spin, spin, spin. you, Karen Collins, for this wonderful thing. What number is it? 17.
$25 DoorDash.
All right, Steve, pick us a name.
Martha.
Can I have breakfast today?
Nope, no breakfast for you.
Spin the wheel?
You weren't in your seat. You're just-
Spin the wheel, yep.
But it's gotta go one time fully around. Grab a peg. Or spin it that way, I guess. maybe. Yeah, that'll.
Yeah, perfect.
Martha, Martha, I know your name.
And then I was good.
Five.
Five.
Six months. All righty.
Go. You should have turned that in.
That's a big
So
one.
guys,
Let's go back here. What do we got?
Martha for the win. That's pretty good. It's almost-
Lindsay. Wow.
Oh, she's right here.
Oh, she's sitting right here. Okay.
Yay.
Come on, Lindsay.
Lindsay, get it going.
Okay.
It's gotta be good.
What number? 16.
Aw. I'm doing the ticket.
Nora.
Yeah, Nora.
Nora. Be careful, there's two coming through. Like a Rocky one. I'm gonna go on this side, 'cause everyone else is going on the other side.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, it's all the peg.
Oh, 20.
Oh! Virtual
What?
family reunion ticket. Virtual family reunion ticket, nice. Right here. Oh, do I get reimbursed? Right, yeah, you want the next game drawn. What?
Yeah, probably. We like don't know for sure, but
$120 credit on the. What? I'll share it. I'll raffle it off with the team.
all right, if I don't get it here, I'll do that. Come on, Tia. Oh,
Lena, next ticket drawn.
nothing?
Nothing.
Still up there. Or two. We have a goal here.
Yeah.
Come on, Alina. Get it done.
you got it, Alina.
Oh, for real.
Nora stole it.
Got you for.
You got 20. So what do you do if it's taken?
I'll
You
do
spin
one
again?
here on the, I'll do one here. contact.
No, we have a list
All right.
for people that will spin again.
Did you go, Felicia?
No.
Jeanette.
So Tia didn't get anything, Alina.
Oh.
Come on, Janet.
What's the magic number? 13.
Oh.
That's the big one right there. Good job. Wow.
Sorry about it.
No worries.
I'll see if she lets me spin for you. I'll let you know. Bye, Isaac.
Big money, big money.
Way to go.
Okay.
Salvador is going for the win here. Let's go. Spin to win.
Come on, Shaw. No, that stinky 18.
All right, chorus.
Twenty-one.
21. Eight.
$10.
$10 Starbucks. Nice.
Oh, she's going.
One shot.
Checker, let's go.
New Buick. Or new what? A used Buick.
Great.
Let's go. All expense paid trip to Orlando.
Woo!
11.
What'd you get? 11?
$100 Visa.
Nice.
Visa.
It's a lot of cold brews from Starbucks, Chad.
That'll get you to,
McDonald's
that'll
drive.
get you to Bloomington.
Shannon.
No, you take it.
I can't. I'm not allowed to.
Conflict of
Chad's gifting, she's gifting. There you go, Linda. Linda, Christmas comes with benefits.
No! Go shot, go.
Come on, Shannon.
Come on, Shannon.
Come on,
Spin the
Shan.
wheel, baby.
Oh, Shannon.
You're a winner no matter.
What do you get?
I don't know, it's like in between 18 and 19.
It looks like a 19.
Virtual, you got a virtual, if you get 19. Was 19 taken?
That's really awesome. Already good, already good. Still take it.
Wait, don't cross 19 out because he gets one.
Don't cross it out, Lauren, she says.
All right.
Nice.
I think the number one 100 Granite City one. That's pretty good, Colleen.
Oh,
Three. Nope. Already taken.
Oh,
Dang
man.
it. All right, you're back. You're back with the rest of mine though.
Our next name is Ina. Oh, you get to
Ina.
draw.
You're like, what is it?
It's a ticket, Jordan.
It's a ticket. Karen Collins put in the chat that Peter Hiller will win something.
I know.
And that is too classic. I agree, Karen.
Ina's been in the wind.
Come on, Ina.
Number 4.
Oh.
Oh, she's gonna get right. Next is Colin. Colin's is real.
Come on, Colin.
Of course.
I'll see you later. Yes, I have it. Come
Come
on, Colin. Big money, big money, big money.
Yeah, they're the hot seat right now. Yeah, they're Pokemon.
Oh, that was a strategic spin. What is it?
Oh, 16.
Oh, nothing.
So pretty really.
I was saving it for you, Sean.
You eliminated
Sean.
one.
Come on, you can do this.
All right.
You can do this.
Here we go. Lucky 7.
Lucky 7, $25 DoorDash. Woo! Carrie's got it for you.
All right, Janine, what's next? Don't you hear I said the whole way? DoorDash is
Orbs.
Come on, spin big, Janine. That was a good spin.
That is a good spin. Let's go for the-
What are we at? 15? $50
Visa.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. When you get this done, get one of those 6-month $80 deals. Come on. Or $100 grant.
Oh,
Peter Hiller.
oh, Peter. Get up here.
Peter Hiller.
Feeling it.
For those of you that don't know, Peter Hiller is a pretty lucky fella.
Oh,
Because the
boy.
office is next to Jordan Lake.
Yep.
Gina Hilla, the lucky
How you get so lucky?
Is this it?
Yep.
How do we do this?
So you just spin it and hope you win.
Karen Collins says you're a winner.
If you get number one, I'm gonna be
Got a lame spin.
18.
18.
Ooh, this has gotta be hard. Your first loss ever.
First loss ever.
First loss ever.
Go ahead, Drew.
See it. 11? Oh, it's okay though. You're back in the.
You may have another shot. We have, oh, yeah, be present. All right, draw another one. Robbie. I almost called it
Robbie!
No, they're my,
RWJ.
Robbie, it's a
I
trip
know
to New York
some.
City. Let's go.
They do. I'll take what I can. She wears them so she can feel taller. Yep.
That does not surprise me.
Robbie's
And because they're cute.
Robbie.
All right,
Here you
Robbie.
go, Robbie.
Guys, we still got $100.
You got Robbie.
22. $25 DoorDash.
Nice. Carrie's got it.
Robbie, all right.
Robbie, that'll cover the tip.
Yeah. Not if you have dash pass. I'll give you a referral code. It's here somewhere, so I just gotta find it. But it's for Robbie, I'll find it. It's, I probably didn't grab it when I walked in. But it's here. Okay, Robbie. Next is Felicia. Woo! Did they really drop it? Yeah, yeah, no, that's what. No.
Did they really draw it?
Well, she has. Okay. Send it, Johnny.
5.
Oh, okay, but you're back in the pot,
All
so
right, that's what I wanted.
was it number 5?
All right. Jen, turn it on next.
Yeah, Jen.
Come on, Jen.
Come on, Jen.
I need to do some winning big.
Win.
Come on, Jen.
You got it, Jen.
You.
Dun, 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 dun.
What do we
Come
got?
on, Jen.
Enough time to spin it and get back. Number 7.
Ah.
I wish we could pull it off of there somehow. That's what we have to figure out.
Oh, true.
All right, so that can go back in. Jackie Sauter is our
Jackie,
next
let's go,
rider.
Jackie. Take it right.
You got it, Jackie.
Jackie's going for a big one.
Come on, man, show me the money.
What's left to do? 19. 19 is
Virtual family reunion ticket. Woo!
All
There you go.
right.
That's $200.
All right, next is Beth Jackson. Where is she? There she comes
There
around.
she is. Let's go.
Yeah, down the lineup, the starting
All right,
lineup.
there's these.
They're
I'll
done.
take the other one. What am I?
We need a,
9.
How about number 2?
You go back in the. You go back in the.
Right, go back in the pot.
I did too.
Yeah, I don't know if that's spun the thing.
Is there
for like-
everybody got a chance to speak? Michael, did you put one in here? Well, okay, Mr. Highland's gonna spin then you. 'cause-
Come on, Michael.
It's the other one you win. Oh, man. Thanks so much
There he
for
goes.
for-
Mr. Highland gets this so far. Oh, you get 25.
Aw.
We got one. No, get.
All right, got it.
All right, we're back in.
Go, Mike.
Mike, come on, Mike.
Let's go, big guy. Get her
All
out.
right. Come on.
Come on, Michael. Granite City, Granite City, Granite City.
Yeah, Mike's taking us to lunch.
15.
Ah.
All right, we're gonna start over.
We're still
We had
there.
about a one.
Oh, maybe that was the.
Yeah, but 14. I think it's spent.
I saw it for it. I was like, oh, why not? All right, Andy, go on
I'm
up.
gonna spin it.
Come on, Andy.
How do you choose, Andy?
Come on, Andrew.
That's quite the spin.
One, two, 3, 9, 10.
one for a chance.
Seven.
Oh.
No, but, all right, sure, quick one. Ina. Woo, and again.
Again.
All right, we got 480.
It's a big ticket.
199, actually, it's two stuff. 199, 480. Come on.
Here's an idea.
At some point,
If they
everybody
get
else.
one
will-
and you
at some point,
double the
everybody
number,
will
then that
report
can
out.
count.
I want the input.
I like that, Andy. I like that idea.
10.
Virtual family reunion.
All right, draw again. Here we go. Mike. Mike again. Come on, Mike. Come on, Mike. That's gonna be one item left. How many people?
Come on, Mike. Granite City gift card.
Chloe and I made a pact. We're splitting.
All I have to do is.
Spin it.
All I have to do is do that.
Gary, I think let them do that. They get the one that's an even number, let them double it.
Got all of them, my favorite.
Whoa.
What?
Oh!
Oh!
Nice.
What did you get?
All right.
You are so right.
2, 3, 9.
Shannon.
21. Need a 2, 3, 9, or 21.
Okay, so I'll just do after him.
Wendy, you're gonna guess.
I mean, a lot of yeah.
Oh, that dang 17. All right, Andrew Beck.
Andrew back. Come on.
Boy.
I'm gonna send an email out about SHIP, about MREA. If you've got a SHIP book, you don't know where it is, please search for it before you ask for another.
11. Dang it.
Thanks, but we will get some. What number?
11.
All right.
Beth.
Beth, is Beth still out there? Come and spin the wheel. Oh, we're not losing. It's not like you're losing. You're so good.
I'm so excited last time.
You had the morale there, you know?
Mindset.
Yeah, it's all about mindset. All right. Starbucks invoice.
Demoralizing. Oh, no, come on.
The walk of shame.
That listing. Is Amy out there?
The walk of
Is Amy
shame.
out there still?
All right, back up there.
Tia, is Tia still here? Oh, there she is. Different spot. She confused me. We're not leaving. No, we're not.
We're
We're
here.
all gonna stay until we get.
I spun for what I wanted and it landed on it, but someone took that number already. Number 10. So what?
Freaking have it, Tia.
Hold on, I might have surprises too. All right.
That's the right number.
Felicia.
All right.
Again, my friend.
All right.
Come on, you got to get a number 9, a number 21, a number 2, or a number 3.
That's a lot of options, Jordan.
Yeah, but that's you just got to get one. I will just wait.
And my next leading one's still spinning. What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? 15. Okay, is Isaac still here?
No.
All right, ooh, look at all these people going down. All right. Wendy, she's still
Wendy.
here. Woo!
Come on, Wendy.
Come on. Good vibes. Come on, I mean, like I said.
Got it, Wendy.
2, 3, 9, and 21.
3, 9, and 21. Okay.
We might need to change the numbers. More of the ones that are easier to like.
Colleen.
Colleen.
Feel it.
Come on, Colleen.
What happened? Come on, Colleen. All right, let's start expanding our options. Yeah. 18. All right. Should I think of a number between 1 and 100? Whoever's closest. 1 and 3. Yeah, all right. I'm gonna think of a number between 1 and 100 for this next one.
Okay, 68.
Ever is the closest.
Yeah. Wins something.
1 and 100? Yep. 58.
92.
19.
77. Remember your number is 40. 50. 55.
Oh, 5.
47.
70. 37. I believe that.
Pick 100.
60. All right, the number was 4, so it's without going over. That would be you, Colin. You didn't say without going over. You said closest.
Yeah, you closest to the pin did.
Oh, these rules are changing.
You slippery in here. I can't figure out what that. All right, we're talking about contract. Jordan, think of a number between 1 and 100.
Got it.
It's the closest without going over.
Okay. Oh, without going over?
You can't go over.
Okay.
Makes it easier for us to try and hear what
Yeah.
number it is.
Okay,
You got your
perfect.
number?
Yep, I got my number.
All right.
23.
77.
I'm gonna go with 70.
Oh, 55. Oh, she got one. I got one.
24.
13. Okay, 2. 21. 88.
What'd you say, Kelsey?
41.
44 was the number.
All right.
Nice, Kelsey.
No invoice for 6 months. Woo! Nice
Wow,
job.
that's a big one.
Oh, all right. Let's go with Andy. Think of a number between 1 and
Oh, I know what my number is.
We're gonna go to, hold on. Let's go to 1 and 200. Between 1 and 200.
That's a lot.
Andy, let me know when you got your number.
Yes, I have.
All right, closest without going over.
5.
19.
122, did you say? 123. 140. 155.
182.
200. She's got one, she's got one. 48. You have one yet? This is a very hard thing to do. 32. What's the number?
Well, I go with Peyton Manning's number 18. You picked
Oh.
19.
He went
Nice. You
over.
went over? Oh, you can't go over.
Oh, he
You gotta
can't
be
go
under.
over? Well, who was under?
Who is
I
under
had 4.
18? Anybody else under 18? Sorry, Steve, I love you.
Oh, that's just.
I
I don't like that.
said without going over.
Look at that, Andrew.
All right,
All right,
what
Chris.
happened to have 7 more Starbucks gift cards.
Okay.
All right. Shannon Hire,
Always gotta go with Peyton.
think of a number between 1 and 50.
Okay, got it.
Between 1 and 50, and you cannot go over.
Hi.
Can I go over?
One and 50.
I can do it wherever. I just gotta grab my little flash drive. So if you want to grab it right now, I'll go grab my flash drive.
ready for you. I don't.
Perfect. Yeah.
These meetings are a little long.
No, totally. I'll go grab it real quick, Jackie. I can do it right.
Thank you.
Got one. 8.
Number was 39.
Number was 39. Who was the closest without going over? Do you remember? Got a number?
23.
All right, Isaac. Oh, she had 31.
Oh, you almost got it. This is really deflating.
No, it's not the score. Okay. I'm a little declared
Emotionally
All right.
draining.
We're gonna go, Linda. Linda, pick a number between 1 and 100 again. 1 and 100 without going over. Felicia. 88. Got yours.
Marvin Harrison's number.
1 and 100 without going over.
What'd you say about my number?
Marvin Harrison, Colts great, wide receiver.
It's my favorite number.
Mine was 18. That was, you gotta do that during James. That's 32.
60.
89.
What was your number?
49.
Who's the closest to 49 without going over? Ladies, gentlemen, 49 without going over. 33, anybody higher than 33 less than 49?
Yeah.
I'll
Wendy
just
was
come around
15.
this way, and then I'll be right across from you.
You gotta be higher than, what was her number? 49. 49. All right. Woo, okay.
There you go.
All right. Somebody think of another one.
I think Bernie and Brooke should participate. They've been on here the whole time.
Who's on, Mike?
Bernie and Brooke.
All right, Bernie and Brooke, are you still out there?
Wait,
Oh, we sure are.
Yeah.
Just hoping you'd come to us. Bernie said yes in the chat.
All right, I'm thinking of a number. Hey guys, we gotta hear these guys. Shh, guys, I'm blowing this whistle and you know we like that. All right, Bernie and Brooke, I am thinking of a number between guys, I can't hear them, between 1 and 10. So the first one, with whoever gets it without going over, between 1 and 10, let me forget my number a minute, hold on a second. All right, I got my number. Bernie.
7.
What was that? Oh, it had to be 7. 11.
Oh, man. All right, then. Well, then without going over, then I pick 1.
Oh, Brooke Ross, $10 gift card for Starbucks. Thank you. All right, I still have 3 more. Are we still somebody wanting the gift card for Starbucks?
You have 4 more.
Yeah.
On the floor.
I think Steve would be. Oh, I have 4 more. All right. Now we're gonna pick a number between 1 and 100. Isaac, do you have a number? Okay, so Jackie, do you have a number in your head? Jackie Sawdust, between 1 and 100, pick a number, don't tell anyone.
Don't say it all out.
Between 1 and 100.
She was about to.
You got it? All right, Brooke Boss, what's your number?
Well, what did Jackie
Who
say?
got one? Oh, wait, who didn't get it? Did Brooke get it or Bernie? I can't remember.
I got it. Bernie gets
Okay,
it.
so then Bernie, pick a number between 1 and 100 without going over.
1 between 1 and 100
Yep.
without going over. 55.
All right, remember your number. Steve Highland,
What's it? What?
1 and 100.
Oh, I will go 81.
81. Who over here? Wendy, you get one? Pick a number. 77. Beth, 1 and 100.
45.
Isaac?
I don't want
32.
14. 88. 61. Jackie, what's your number?
75.
Who's the closest? Nice. How do you remember? I could not remember as people were saying them. All right. Nice. Lindsay got that one. Okay, I'm gonna think of a number. Actually, you know what? I'm thinking of a letter in the alphabet. Gee, hold on, I gotta think of it first.
Well, you just said, I'm thinking of a
Okay,
letter.
okay.
You literally just said, I'm thinking of a
I'm
letter.
thinking of a letter in the alphabet. Steve,
H.
Bernie,
C. You're such a copycat. That's like Price is Right, you sent over mine.
Beth,
Gee.
Isaac.
I already said
You have to get the letter on this one. Wendy?
God.
I can remember.
Okay. Woo! How'd you get it? Look at that girl. She got it right there. Letter K.
I am never coming to
Okay. Yes, come on. I got 2 more. Thinking of a letter in the alphabet. I kind of like that one the best, because you gotta get it, because I can't play that close. All right, let me think again. All right, I got it. Bernie.
A letter?
Yes, a letter in
J.
the alphabet. What was it?
J.
Oh, well, don't.
J is in Jack.
She got it, J. She got it.
No
Sorry.
points in playing. She got it. Bob.
All right, we got 1 gift card left. What's a good one?
Who's the coolest person in the room?
I think you should give it to the person who you gave a prize and then took it away
Oh,
from.
that's a good idea. So there you go. All right, you're all winners. We love you all. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for hanging on. Oh, we have 5 people still on, it says. Somebody else hop back on.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Yep, thank you.
Can I have this? I was gonna give it to Janice daughter.
Security.
Trying to give it to Jordan and then he gave it to me and I tried to tell her.
But I can have them go in. I just don't know what I mean.
I don't think I can do it.
Okay, yeah, Cause I can call them and just see if they have them on time. Sometimes they'll be like, oh, it's gonna be like 45 minutes. So if I call them and just figure out what time they want right now.
Yeah, let's try that. If it doesn't work, we'll just.
Yeah,
try it.
okay. So let me,
I don't like cold syrup, but that was never good first.
grab a pen.
Alright, so that will. No, I have no.
I should have just said, we'll get you signed up today.
Oh, yeah.
We're getting email.
Thank you so much. That's an awesome one.
Okay, when is family reunion?
Next week.
February
Next
18th, starts next, yeah, the 19th. So that Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
So it goes through the weekend?
But with the digital version, you have access to it after the fact anymore? No. Oh, you have to do it live this year? Okay, so live.
All right, so.
Or you can do it from wherever you want.
Okay, so
Did you
it
give everything
runs
away?
from the 18th to the 21st, 22nd,
Jordan, did you guys give everything away?
I think so, yeah.
Give the farm away?
Friday to Tuesday.
I think so.
Did you give away the chairs and the tables and all
Yeah,
that?
Yeah, I think so.
That's at the September.
Yeah, I have a truck coming right now.
Yeah, since we're gonna be here.
All right,
Nice stuff.
18th, 19th, 20th, and then 21st. Yeah.
Never ends, Nora.
Well, you gotta get very Tuesday morning.
What's the age?
Oh, Carrie, will you?
Which one? Okay, so there'll be old team.
Yeah, I don't care, we'll take that out.